There's a lot of tension. Now tension on a latest poor, say no ababetuja. We ahead of a year 2024 a year election. Why ena a lady ye call a Ashanti regional. The latest pool if Ashanti regional ba or called Northern region. A year nationally no latest pool ababeto and Monteso. Now why any lady na pool never told Monteso no Osha a year NDC Amanukun any John Domani Mahama or more was another pool and so about Montea Osha pool no say is it in so the vice president of Ghana or also at the so also he's in a comfortable lead and no ena ababeto job amount for Eshikaka a home and Sempa
2025. Global Info Analytics has revealed in their latest poll. Now, the poll revealed that Mr. Mahama leads with 54.3%, followed by Dr. Bawumia, 34.9%. The leader and founder of Movement for Change, M4C, Alan Kojo Tremanten, has about 7.5%, while the leader of the New Force Movement, Nana Kwame Bediako, has 2.3% and others 1%. Now, let's share with you some details of this particular, work done by Info Analytics. There you have it on your screen, and you can see John Mahama having 58% in the Northeast region, whilst Dr. Bawumia has 26%, followed by Alan Tremanten with 11%, and Nana Bediako has nil in the Northeast region, clearly showing how he performed in that region. If you come to the Ashanti region, you find the table standing, Dr. Bawumia leading there with 54%, while John Mahama got about some 31%, Alan Tremanten 12%, and Nana Bediako has 2%. That's in the Ashanti region. And so you clearly see the difference there. Now let's come to the Greater Accra and Western region. John Mahama got 66%, and Dr. Bawumia had 28%. Alan Kojo Tremanten got 5%, and Nana Bediako also got some 1%. That is for Greater Accra and the Western region. Now let's take you to the OT region. According to the report, John Mahama got some 49%, and then Dr. Bawumia had about some 42%, while Alan Kojo Tremanten got 4% there. And then in Volta region, you have John Mahama getting as high as 74%, and Dr. Bawumia managed some 12% there. Alan closely getting 10%, and Nana Bediako some 2%. That's in the Volta region. I mean, this should explain to you, this is the NDC's strongest hold. Now, let's look at this. 74% of voters are unlikely to change their mind on who they intended to vote for, whilst 12% are likely to change their mind. But 14% are neutral about the whole situation. So that should also be telling you some, story about the nature of the constituents there. Now, let's see this also influence of campaign promises on voters. 24-hour economy. Those they spoke to, 48% of them believe that the 24-hour economy is something to go by, as against digitalization agenda by the NPP's candidate, which is 29% of those they spoke to believe that it's something to go by. And then the other one, great transformational plan by Alan Kojo Tremanten, 6% see that policy as good, whilst about 17% do not see all of these as anything to go by. So that's on their campaign promises, and that's the breakdown you have there. All right, so let's go to listen to the two political parties. I think I've been joined by Musa Dankwa, who is going to talk to us on this particular story that we have there. Mr. Dankwa, thank you so much for joining us here on Election Brief. So first of all, how was this survey actually conducted?
Right, thank you very much. This survey took place in 82 constituencies in 16 regions. And we interviewed 6,128 voters across, and the samples were allocated to each region based on the number of voters who are in that region who could vote. And this is face-to-face interview in the field, and the samples were deployed to electoral areas level. So we have these samples.
Eno ena eye Dennis Miracles Abwaje ono so eba be kasafa eye this eye poor say mama foka say abeto mountain so na NPP is losing ene ho nsensem eno ena Dennis Miracles Abwaje enso ede beto dwa say oh poor dey say poor dey bebre aba mountain because ono so hu poor eye the vice president of Ghana eye comfortable, and I say he's in a comfortable league.
Those are the things that the people expect you to do or not to do. Those for me are the most important. But we take every survey seriously. Of course, if we receive some sent to us comprehensive reports, we haven't received anything from. In fact, we've never received anything like that from Global Info Analytics, other than reading it in the news. But for those that we receive, we take it very, very seriously.
Okay.
Pay attention to it. We go through the details and see how we can amend, adjust, and most importantly, get to the point of the real survey. Because the real polling day, the election day, that is the real deal. That is the main day. And that's what we pay very, very close attention to.
But first of all, does it come to you as a surprise, the fact that Bawumia's performance appears to be,
we have other surveys, like I said, about 5. That also
and what are those surveys saying?
That also puts Dr. Bawumia way ahead. In terms
from which source?
Oh, there are 5. That's it. Some of these institutions choose to publish, others don't.
Okay.
But what is important is that they get the work done, they share with the relevant stakeholders, like they have with us, and then we work with it. And ours is to adjust to these strategies. I'm telling you, we have received several surveys that have differing views from some of these polls. We take all of them, including this one.
Okay.
And work with it and improve.
Okay.
There are surveys that we have from other institutions that are also looking completely different from these ones. And it's possible. The sampling may be different, the locations may be different. 82 constituencies, others are doing 180 constituencies, others are doing 210 constituencies. That has a huge effect on the outcome of the survey. If you do 82 constituencies and somebody does 210 constituencies,
definitely
it could definitely have an impact. And that is why I am saying that for surveys like this, the figures are not the most important thing. What is the most important thing is that beyond the survey, the details of what the people really are saying, that is what is relevant.
So the details of what the people are saying,
that's what is important.
It's important. So bread and butter issue.
Not necessarily.
How are you preparing to address those concerns?
Not necessarily. It depends. Some of the
surveys, so let's look at that. It's a concern for many Ghanaians who believe that.
For example, you come to my hometown, Latte. They are looking at their road from Manfred Junction to Latte. That is what it's crucial to them.
Okay.
And so if you go there today and conduct a survey, that is what will come up. So when we receive it, that's what we go and look at. You go to other places, well, it's just about jobs. You go to other places, it's just about that particular school that is broken and they want it up. The key thing here is that we have surveys from institutions that have done, some have done 82, some have done 210. In fact, we have 5 at the moment. And for each of them, what we do is to consolidate them, look at the commonalities, things that are running through, and our responsibility is to adjust, readjust, look at your strategies, look at your way of doing things, and make sure that subsequent ones will reflect some of the changes that you have done. That is what is critical to us.
So apart from
don't mean much.
This particular
of course,
survey.
I mean, if you look at the numbers of most of these surveys, human beings are not computers. They change their mind. They can change their mind 30 minutes to the elections. So in every survey, the numbers are not the most important thing. What is the most important thing is what are the human beings saying?
So you don't see this survey as having any impact at all on what your campaign strategy? It's not going to inform any shift at all?
We haven't received as a campaign anything other than the numbers that we see in the headlines. And so it cannot impact us because we don't know what's behind it. We can't just get up one day and begin to adjust your campaign because somebody has published something. The person may have done it in his office behind his desk. It is those who write formally to us, submit the report to us, give us the details and the baselines, and what the people are saying, that really will have an impact.
But we do know that Global Info Analytics is a credible, house that does this particular
I would not doubt
service.
The credibility of any organization. I don't know what they do. But I know that we have several credible institutions who have served us copies of their reports, and we are working with those as well. That's why I'm saying that if any organization, like all others are doing, there are even students, lecturers, other organizations who do these things, even marketing firms who do these things. If you do it, you share with us, we'll take it. But if you don't share with us, we can't work with headlines.
All right.
It's very difficult.
Hold on for us.
It's very difficult to work with headlines.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying? And you should be fair to us.
Okay, that's your position as a campaign team.
I mean, think about it. If you are a campaign and you wake up in the morning and you see a headline, 30%, 40%, how does that inform you of anything?
Okay.
That's what I'm asking you a question.
All right, so you have your own strategy. I believe that as a party, as a campaign, a team, you look at some of these things, go get the data and work with it. But hold on for me.
So the point is that the surveys are good. We pay close attention to it. We don't disregard any of them, but we continue to appeal that all those who are involved in some of these surveys, if they really wanted to affect society, they should share it with us.
Okay.
With us.
All right.
And
okay. Hold on. I have